I mean, I'll just briefly mention that the new season of Fortnite started over the weekend.
And that it sucks. Right?
It's probably the best looking game on consoles right now.
It had a big update. I saw the Unity
big update, all new engine. It's the only game running on that version of whatever the Epic engine is. And yeah. It's pretty cool. It's a whole new island. I'm still getting used to the new island. There are some good changes, like I said, new island. I don't really love all the weapons, at least not yet, but it's early. They'll change that as the season progresses, so I'm not too worried about it. The big rumor is that they're changing how they do quest lines in the game, and it may be for the worse. I'm curious to see if they stick with it. Previously in Fortnite, you would get each week, you get a list of challenges to do to get XP, but they don't expire until the season ends. So if you're someone like my son who has a life outside of Fortnite and doesn't do any of the challenges until like 3 days before the season ends. Yeah, unlike me. Well, that's just it. He would stockpile his challenges and just do them all in like an afternoon.
Right.
You won't be able to do that anymore because they're going to expire after a week.
Right.
And people aren't too happy about that. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And I'll find out tomorrow.
Why are they making this game less friendly, Wombat? It seems like it's a bold move by Fortnite at this point.
Exactly. This went from a game that's more user friendly than any of the free to play games on the market to being weirdly not anymore, and people are very confused. Again, we don't know this for a fact. I'll know if you're listening to this when this is up on your favorite podcast app.
I'm listening right now.
I know, not you.
Me?
Not you. But yeah, I hope that it's just a rumor and it's not true, or they change their mind. So at some, within the week, if people complain too much. But because I think they want people to finish their season pass. I don't think they want, and then, they could tell, so I don't know. Because if people start to get frustrated, I feel like they're going to drop or just, not keep up with it. You got to keep people on the line, Epic.
Yes.
We'll see how it goes. That's it. We can move on now.
Speaking of on the line, Microsoft has agreed to put Call of Duty on the Switch for the next 10 years. We want to demonstrate that they can be good boys and that their merger should be approved. And
Sony, the Switch version of Call of Duty would look like at this point.
Garbage, but that's not the point. The point is now when Sony goes to the people in the UK that are keeping this merger from happening, and they're like, it's going to be a monopoly. Microsoft says, hey, it's not a monopoly. We made agreements already with Nintendo and with Steam. And, and especially the stuffy old men in Parliament who probably have never heard of anything other than a Nintendo. We're going to be like, oh, it's on a Nintendo, so it's got to be everywhere. I mean, it's a pretty savvy move by Microsoft.
And you saw that Steam, Gabe was like, you don't need any agreement. Put the game on Steam or don't put the game on Steam. We're not going to you don't need to send us over anything. You can do whatever you want.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will do whatever they want.
Yeah, right. But it's just to end that argument that Sony has that it's a monopoly.
Of course,
and now
it's a great idea.
You can't say it's a monopoly, monopoly when it's on.
You can't either.
Three out of the 4 major consoles.
Yes, yeah, it's a good move, smart move,
very savvy.
What about Microsoft's move to raise the price of their games from $60 to $70?
I have Game Pass.
Right. It's like a non-move.
It's a smart move to get people to sign up for Game Pass.
Yeah, it's just a game. It's a Game Pass play.
It's smart. And especially since Sony's already doing it and all the big third-party publishers are doing it.
Yep. Might as well.
Otherwise, it makes the games look like they're too cheap and not as good as the PlayStation first-party games.
Is that a fact?
I think so. Perception.
Which is already admitted.
What's that? Oh.
Which Microsoft already admitted as part of the Activision
Right.
They said, hey, our games aren't as good as Sony's.
Right. We need to get these.
They're not. Their first party games are not as good.
They're not. You can point to the Metacritic.
I didn't know.
I think there's. Forza's up there.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like Forza's way up there as far as like this is on par or better than the Gran Turismo series.
Yes.
Right. Like they're comparable at least.
Yes. Better.
But it's an opinion.
Yes.
Right. Like
the correct one.
But it's at least one that you can point to and like, hey, there's an opinion here.
Yes.
That you could either like Gran Turismo or Forza better. They're on par with each other.
It is a fair thing to have an opinion on 100%. And I apologize in advance for all the noise that's going to happen in the background of my house.
What's happening?
My daughter's going to walk through the door any second now, and she's going to walk in, and the dogs are going to go nuts.
Oh my God. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got?
Something about Summer Game Fest.
It's the week before E3, I think, or 2 weeks before E3, something like that. Right before.
How's that going to work?
People are going to stay out there, I guess. I don't know. Is it right before? I don't think it's right before. It's like a week before. Right? You read it because I don't want to read it.
So it's going to kick off on June 8th. And then E3 is in June as well, right?
Right. It's like the 13th or something. Seems like it's later. It seems like it's later, so you'd have to come back. You wouldn't just hang out there for a day.
E3, yeah. E3 is June 13th through the 16th. So it's 5 days previous, which means
too long. too much games. Some people are going to be there for a week.
Good luck.
Looking at the games.
But how much stuff is going to...
Oh, wait. Shipwreck just did Facepalm.
Yeah, like how much stuff is going to be announced during the Keighley Fest versus how much stuff is going to wait to E3? Like,
what do you think?
Well, we don't even know how E3 is going to be because E3 isn't what E3 used to be.
I think it will.
I think they'll do the same thing.
I think that E3 is going to come back with the same type of thing. I mean, they've announced what it is. They've got a new company running it, but it still has the industry days and everything. And it's still the premier event, right? Like,
yes.
The Keighley Fest is different. Like it goes into a different level of like detail and interviews with people that is not like, hey, here's a big new game announcement. Like it's a different PR structure around it.
Here's a small game announcement.
Yeah.
Some big game announcements. I don't know. You going to go to E3 this year?
Are we going to go to E3 this year?
Are we?
We should decide.
Right. Are we going to go to Summer Game Fest?
No, okay. We're not going to Summer
We can
Game
decide
Fest.
that right now.
I'll decide that right now. But
okay,
no,
fair enough.
That is not the. I'll go to E3 if it exists, and we can still get badges.
Right.
Badges? We don't need no stinking badges.
I think you do need the badges.
Yeah.
All right. Who's running it? Is it the Penny Arcade people? Company?
Yes.
Read whatever.
It's
Read something.
It's
Read Pop. Read
Pop.
Yeah. It's the Read Pop.
All right. What else we got here? We talked about No, we didn't talk about Marvel Snap. You hate it now, right?
It's not that I hate it now. That's not fair. I still play it, regularly. I do the little challenges just because it's fun and it's a diversion, when I'm waiting for things. But
like the poop to come out of your butt?
Like the poop to come out of my butt, or if my wife is like, I just want to watch the last half hour of this Hallmark movie. Like, all right, I'll play some Marvel Snap.
Right.
That's when that comes out. So it's good for that. The problem is with that game now, and I feel like it's like everything that's fun, there's problems. First of all, it's a free-to-play game, so it's going to be different.
It has all those problems.
The season passes, although you can get to level 50 pretty easily and fairly quickly. They're also really short seasons, and they're $10 each. This game has been out for what? a month, maybe.
Yeah.
And they've already had 3 season passes for $10 each. And I bought the first one because obviously I didn't know there was going to be, like I said, I said that on the show.
$10?
Yeah, $10 because I was enjoying the game and it's a free to play game and it's a small group.
I'm not judging.
It was more of a tip than it was me buying the season pass for the stuff.
Sure.
I didn't care about the stuff.
Fair enough.
So I haven't bought the other 2 season passes because again, it's just too many season passes, way too fast. I don't need anything in these season passes. It's not like I'm looking at it going, yes, I need this. And, if I were to do this, at their current rate, $120 a month to get all the season passes is a little ridiculous. Also, when you hit a certain level in the game, which, I'm going to throw a number out there and you're going to make a face. When you hit like level 1,000.
Wait, what level are you at? That's the level that you're at, 1,000?
I'm over 1,000.
Oh my fuck.
Level.
It seems like a lot. I mean, I'm not familiar with the game.
That's what I'm going to say. This is going to sound like a lot, and it's not as much as you think it is. You could hit 1,000 faster than you think. Card level 1,000.
I mean, I agree that you could hit 1,000 faster than I think, but I don't know that.
Yeah, I was waiting for the face. It was worth it just for the faces.
1,000's good.
But the pool 1 cards and the pool 2 cards, you get a lot. You get cards fast and you get cards often. And then when you get to pool 3, where you get the rarer cards, or even in some cases the better cards,
like Lilith,
like Death, which I guess would be an equivalent to Lilith. Exactly.
Why? There's too many Dungeons and Dragons characters in Marvel. What are they doing? Don't they have enough of their own superheroes? Why do we need to go to the fantasy world? Is Dracula in the game? Like, what's happening?
I have Dracula.
See, this is like, come on.
I have the Dracula card.
Come on.
And but getting the new cards is now a fewer and far between kind of a thing, where opening boxes and the random loot generation, it's not exciting or fun because you're not going to get anything good anymore. And it's like, oh look, I got boosters for strong guy. It's like, oh, I can't wait to not use those. Right. It's like it's just kind of at this point it's like I'm just kind of it's fun to play the game. It's still a fun game, but they need to tighten up level 3. So
isn't that commercial from G4?
That was that. Yes.
Okay.
The commercial.